Hello, welcome back. Today, or this evening should I say, something a little bit different. We're in Liverpool and we're down on the Liverpool Docks, and we're going to stop down here till the sun goes down. We might get a bit of a sunset shot somewhere. If all else fails, we'll get some lights, I think. So we've got the tripod, I've got my Fuji. Got Denise and Gary with me, as you can see behind me. Denise has got her Fuji and Garen's on Nikon, as you know. Someone has to be. Yeah, so here we are, down at Liverpool, and the sea's behind me. As you can see, the Mersey running past. I've been down once, just behind me. We come down to the Liverpool photography show last year. But other than that, never been down here. So let's see what we can find. Maybe a few shapes and some modern culture. And try not to get our gear nicked. Right, I'll catch up with you in a little while when we're a bit further along. This is quite cool. Me and Denise have left padlocks all over the country in different places. We put some on Chester Bridge and they got cut off, but this has got padlocks all the way along the docks, all the way along the chains on the side, which is really cool. A lot of devotion and admiration goes into people that keep doing this and keep it up. So yeah, it's pretty wicked. This is, there must be a photograph here somewhere, so I might get my camera out and just pop a couple of photographs of these locks, because I think they're really good. Wicked. Set up and took an image, just walking down looking over the railings. Noticed down in the Mersey there was one of them hire bikes, and I had to stop, and as you can see I've got the camera pointing down. I've taken two images, one at a normal exposure so you can get the water ripples. The tide's gone out pretty quick, to be honest. It looked better when it was just the handlebars and pedals sticking out the water, but yeah, I've got one at normal exposure so you can see the water, and I've taken a long exposure as well. Put the little 10 stop on the front. Won't know what they look like till I get home. The water's pretty muddy, it's pretty dirty down there, but might make a bit of an interesting minimal shot. Right, I'm going to put stuff back in the bag. We're going to carry on heading along before I get a bit higher. There's a lot of fumes coming from behind me, so we're going to make a move.
Making wood burns.
Denise has found something interesting on the wall here to photograph. The Beatles made out of jelly beans. Pretty cool, isn't it? I prefer to eat them, mind. Look at this, master in action. There you go, see, you've seen a master now. It's It's quite a difficult thing walking around a town with a vlogging camera in your hand, with a dead kitten on the top. A lot of people looking at it and wondering what the hell you're doing, but I'm getting there. I'm trying not to let it faze me too much. I think I get tongue-tied more than worry about holding the camera. Anyway, back to Liverpool and photographing the place. I've taken a couple of snapshots. Looks like the sun's just gone down now in the clouds, because just now there was an amazing reflection just over in the water, and the sunlight was hitting the side of the building, and it was looking really, really cool. And I thought, oh, that'll make a nice picture. But we've just found the toilets, come back, and the sun's gone behind a cloud, so it's lost all the light on the side. Same as the Liver building. You can see the Liver building in the distance, but even that's lost the light now. So, all right. Look, Gary's on his phone as usual, and the wife's walking behind with a camera in her hand, waiting to snap a shot. She's pretty good at street photographs, so I'll pop a couple of hers up anyway, show you hers as and when, and I'll put a name on them so you know whose is whose. And do me a favour, don't like all of hers and not mine. No, really, yeah, she's pretty good. Right, I'm going to plod on, see if we can find an image worth having. Looks like Denise is off again. She's got a camera out again. It's nothing like walking around with a camera in your hand, is there, and snapping a shot every time you see one. She's just got a corking reflection looking back towards the new buildings and the old buildings in the distance. She's turning into a bit of a master. Look at her. She's off again. Should I give her a shove?
Yeah. You've got my camera in the wall.
Check out these locks. Look at this. I think this is brilliant. I don't know why we're not allowed to do it more often in different places. I say me and Denise has left locks all over the place. That is awesome. I thought I'd give this a bit of a go. Behind me, got the steps going up there, which look quite good. It's obviously going to get darker, so the images are going to get a bit better, I would have thought. It's just starting to get dark now, as you can probably notice behind me. All the lights are switching on. So hopefully we'll be able to find a few more images. I've taken a few snapshots, like I said before, different angles and different shapes that I've seen. But yeah, once these lights start lighting up and it starts going a bit darker outside, it should get quite interesting. So the camera's on the tripod down here, and looks like Denise is getting her tripod out. Now she means business. So yeah, let's see if we can find a shot. I'm actually going to see if I can find a couple to sit on the steps. I want a picture of people on these steps behind me. You see this big lot of steps just here? I want a couple to sit on the steps and just get a picture of them. That's what we're looking for. So if I find a couple, I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm back on. I found an image I quite like. This is about shapes more than anything. I've in the middle of these steps, as you can see on the back of the camera. I'll show you what we got on the back. That's what's on the back of the camera. We're at f11, ISO 200, because we're on the tripod. We're on a 2-second timer, and it's coming up at about 2 seconds. I've tried to set the camera up. This could end up a square crop. What I'm doing is I'm looking at the straight line and the brickwork that goes, the steps go in one way, steps come in the other way, and then you've got the diagonal coming up from the top, and then you've got these zigzags of black lines coming through the bottom. So Fuji's gone to sleep. Switch it back on. Make sure my 2-second timer's on. And yeah, 2-second timer. Let it do its job. And that's it. That's all it is. Just some simple lines. I'm going to have a look and see if I can get another slightly different composition of these simple lines, and maybe do like a trio. Do 3 images together, all of the same sort of colour and texture. Yeah. It looks quite interesting, to be honest. I like the way all the steps coming in from different directions. It's alright. A couple, I do on, well I was, no, because the light's too low now. Yeah. I mentioned a little while ago I was going to try and find a couple to sit on the steps, but the light's gone down a bit too low to do that, I think, so I'm going to leave it. But I'm going to look, see if I can get a couple more images of these steps. Been stood here for about 10-15 minutes waiting for the ripples in the water down behind me, as you can see there. Just waiting for the ripples in the water to stop, and put my camera away, turned it off, went to walk away, and then suddenly the wind dropped and I got the reflection. So what it is basically the clock tower on the liver birds. You can see behind me there's the liver birds. Yeah, so I've got a vertical composition. It's on about 5 seconds, I think it was just now. I might just take another one actually. It was on about 5 seconds before, and now it's on about 10 seconds because the light's dropping. But yeah, I just liked it. It caught my eye. You can see the clock towers all lit up, and the reflections in the water, like I say, behind me. And I think it makes for quite a nice image. It's Liverpool, and it's the liver birds. You don't get much more Liverpool than that. So yeah, there's another little one in the bag. Waiting to get them and process it. Right, let's keep on looking. Denise is taking lots of me, so I'll put some of the image up for me. She's got a couple of corks, got a nice one with me in the camera and the shadows. So, right, let's see how this camera M50 plays. I'm vlogging on the M50 with me Joby tripod, and I'm going to see how well it works in the dark, because I've not done a lot of vlogging in the dark, so this would be a good test for it. It's a lot of ambient light around, so I'm going to see if I can get some more reflections while it's nice and calm. I've just changed the lens. I've just put the 10-22 on, so I've gone really wide. I'm at 10mm now, so I'm managing to get a reflection in a horizontal position. I'm going to do 2 though. I'm going to bracket because I can't see the reflection in the water down below me. So I'm taking one with a normal exposure for the top of the building. I'm taking another one for an exposure for the water, and hopefully I can stitch the 2 together then. May look quite a nice image afterwards. Right, that'll do for a minute. I'm going to love you and leave you. We are definitely going to go looking for some more compositions. It's getting dark now. What's the time? She's just chiming. It's 10, is that 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
Chiming, 10 o'clock. Just looking up there now. Look, up the top. Liver bird building, 10 o'clock. I've just taken an image of this. I'm not sure if it works or not, but these lights coming up that way, I can't do it. Which way is it going? I don't know. I give up. Yeah, just taking a picture of these lights going through a diagonal. I don't know. I'm shooting in the dark. Comedy over. No, seriously. Yeah, just trying to find something that's a bit different. Trying to look around, trying to find some different angles, different shapes. Now it's starting to go dark, you're getting these different lights and different patterns, and so, you know, I don't know, let me know what you think. Am I just making a fool of myself, or am I actually getting anything worth taking? I've got my reflection shot of the Liver building, and I've taken one square onto the big building behind me. I'm sure someone will tell me what this one is. I just like the light clouds on it. It looks pretty cool. So yeah, I'm always interested to hear your comments, so let us know what you think. Right, I'm going to find a few more things to photograph and hopefully find a spot that you can still see me. But yeah, this M50 seems to be holding up all right. I quite like these lights, they do. They look pretty cool. Okay, oh, nearly fell over. Just finish off with this one. Obviously, the Beatles, iconic Liverpool. I've seen an image of this taken early morning. A fellow vlogger, he was here on sunrise, and he got the sun coming up behind it down the street and lighting them up. Absolutely amazing photograph. I think it was Damien Waters. If I can find it, I'll put a link up above to his video. Really nice photo, quite impressed. I'm going to come and do one myself just like it, to have my own take on it. But yeah, I've never seen these sculptures before, so what we've just done is we've just illuminated them. Got the camera in a horizontal position, and I've also had it in a vertical position with the Liver birds behind, as the Beatles go with the Liver birds. And yeah, I've got shadows in the bottom, as you can see there, you can see the shadows coming off. And what I've done is I've used a little head torch, and I've just illuminated them a little bit like that, as you can see there. Just catching a bit of light on them, and that way I was exposing and get a bit of light on them as well. I'm going to play around with it. I'm going to try a couple of different images and see if we can make something work a bit better. Right, well that's us done at Liverpool. Not sure what sort of images we've got until I get home. It's made a pleasant change on a Friday evening to be out taking photographs and trying something a bit different. I'm going to come back though. I think I'm going to come back on a very early morning when there's no people around, so we can have a look and try and get some pictures of those Beatles with the sun behind them, I think, on a sunrise maybe. So we will come back at some point. But for now, yeah, maybe if you enjoyed this, you wouldn't mind subscribing and maybe hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified of future videos I put out. And I'm always doing something. Occasionally it's different. But yeah, don't forget, please like, subscribe, tell a friend, and maybe share this video. Ciao for now.